going to do the daily graphic, starting with that paper, and then we'll look at the other newspapers we have in the studio. What
Definitely front page of the Daily Graphic newspaper. President engages media today. I've already given you the brief.
Yeah.
Yeah, but are you going yourself? Did you get an invitation? I hear the 70 people were carefully selected.
Wow.
So you've got to be special to receive an invitation.
No, you... No, I didn't receive an invitation. And
All right.
You don't have to be special too. I don't think so.
But this is something that we are not expecting. Judges threaten strike over unpaid ex gratia allowances. And Justice Sophia Kufu, the Chief Justice, comes with the headline on the front page of the Daily Graphic. 8,000 artisans earmarked for skills training. That's also another headline on the front page of the paper. But obviously the one that gets our attention really is the fact that 500 members of the Association of Magistrates and Judges are threatening to embark on a nationwide strike over unpaid allowances. Another issue they are grappling with is the non-payment of benefits due Superior Court judges under Article 71 of the 1992 Constitution. According to a highly played source, Superior Court judges, just like members of parliament and other Article 71 office holders, are entitled to some benefits after every 4 years of service. However, and here's a quote, our members have not been paid since December 2016, although Article 71 office holders have been settled. And that's a source revealing in an interview to with the Daily Graphic newspaper. Story by Mabel Akubana. The rest of it is in the Daily Graphic newspaper. Back page of the graphic though, Ghana's infrastructure poor, report singles out road, power, water sectors. So the Ghana Institute of Engineers has described Ghana's road, electricity and water infrastructure as poor and lacking the capacity to meet international standards. A 42-page report titled Ghana Infrastructure Report Card 2016, launched by the Institute, scored the country's road network, electric power and water infrastructure with a grade D3 representing poor. And
I want to ask, who are the consultants for the various road projects? They're usually Ghanaians. So I'm wondering how...
Are they usually Ghanaian?
Yes, they're usually Ghanaian companies.
But do they...
The consultant usually
Okay, but what they consult on, what they say we should do, is that what we actually do on the ground?
Well, if we have Ghanaians who are members of the institution, at the end of the day, they are coming back to tell us that they are all members who had formed perhaps
That's not what they're saying. That's not what they're saying. Because we don't know in all the cases if the consultants are really Ghanaians. And we don't know if their recommendation is what is implemented on the ground.
Well,
it's different to consult, particularly for governments, and they can show something else different, you know, like when the project is done. So I'm not sure, but this revelation is certainly good. It's their responsibility to be telling us some of these things. But they also, I agree with you in some way, they have to tell us the role that they play in this.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, they play a meaningful role, if you have to ask me. All right, you have more stories?
No, that will be the stories that I am reviewing.
All right, so we're looking at the Ghanaian Times. It has on the front page, President in face-to-face with media today. Now we have don't sabotage government. Senior minister cautions public officials. And then we have on the back page, workshop on land issues in Africa begins. The workshop begins. Sorry for the subject verb agreement wrongly put out there. Workshop on land issues in Africa begins. And now we have Zongos to become resilient communities, we're told by the Zongo minister. We have the Daily Guide on the front page. Minister nailed in 4 million Ghana cedi JIDA scandal or scam. Sorry. And Nana meets journalists. Mahama Stokes fine NDC East Legon robbers apparently busted.
I hear a taxi driver crossed them. There was a taxi driver that
he sacrificed his taxi.
Just like it happened in
so one of those incidents.
There was this robbery incident where
they were on. It was, I think, allegedly they had gone to rob Kuala or someplace like that.
Yeah, something like that.
And then a taxi driver drove in front of them.
Knocked the motorbikes.
Knocked them off their motorbike.
This was like a similar
And then
fashion.
they bought a new car for the taxi driver. Which type of car is that? I hope it's not a new one, so that they can buy the gentleman.
I think
in
Maxwell Agbagba did
Has-
some
has a-
reports,
has-
did some report yesterday. We can just try and pull it up and share.
Right.
You're through?
Yeah, I'm through.
All right, I've got the Finder newspaper, front page of the Finder. Suspect who killed his son for money ritual remanded. So this story was true. Okay, on page 2, because I think, Rola, was it you who put on our platform a man who had actually, you see him holding, is it the head of a child?
Yes,
or
I
something
did
like
put
that?
that on the platform.
I
It was gory, though.
I thought it was a joke, but okay, this is it. The Asankregoa District Magistrate Courts in the Wassa and Memphis West districts of the Western region has adjourned the case of Abdul Salam, the man who beheaded his 6-year-old son at Edidase in the Amenfi Central District. The case, described as heart-wrenching, was first adjourned to the 24th of April 2017 following preliminary hearing, and the suspect remanded into prison custody. And when the suspect appeared in court again yesterday, he was bailed to reappear in court on the 18th of August 2017 for the hearing of the substantive matter, guided by the evidence presented by prosecutors and advice from the Attorney General's office. It is learnt, and I'm fast forwarding, it is learnt that the suspect feigned innocence about the boy's whereabouts of the little boy. His mother raised alarm, and friends and family gathered to help unravel the mysterious circumstance and that the boy, under which the boy vanished from the community. However, efforts by the community members led to the discovery of the body parts of the little boy and the spots where he was killed. And according to information gathered, the suspect conceded to committing the crime when the body parts of the child were discovered and asked for pardon from the community members. At the time of his arrest, it was unclear what might have allegedly influenced Abdul Salam to embark on the dastardly acts, but preliminary investigation carried out by the police revealed that the suspect wanted to use the body parts for ritual purposes. Your own 6-year-old. All right. Back to the other headlines. But does that thing actually bring you money?
Also, Pieska. Or Pieska.
I hear how much you go shop. All right, back onto the other headlines on the front page of the Finder newspaper. Government issued 2.7 billion Ghana cedis bond to clear Tier 2 pension arrears of public sector workers. President Akufo-Addo accounts to Ghana today. That's how that Finder decided to put its headline. It has to do with the meets the press, if you like. Procurement Minister moves to harmonize laws. Another headline on the front page of the Finder newspaper. Roland?
All right, so we have on the front page of the Daily Dispatch newspaper, Kennedy Japan MPP and Central Region, and says the Akufo-Addo has abandoned the Central Region. It's a story on the front page of the Daily Dispatch newspaper. We also have, are you prepared to be a human incubator? But more so, the other main headline on the front page of the Daily Dispatch newspaper is this one. It says, Akufo-Addo on how former Chief Justice helped him win 2016 elections. So you just have to grab a copy of it. But the story is on page 11. That story about the elections, etc. But more so, you get all the latest updates as far as the various news stories are concerned. But let's do the last paper before we take a look at our messages. On the front page of the Business and Financial Times, we have youth bulge. Bulge. Youth bulge and love for tech raise banking stake higher. Bank of Ghana boss as EcoBank wins record 8th best bank of the year. We also have 225,000 Ghana cedis required to reclaim a hectare of Galamsey lands.
How much? How much? How much did you say? 225,000.
Charlie.
To reclaim.
So it means of making money.
To reclaim from who?
Only one. Reclaim the land environmentally.
Okay.
Make it environmentally sustainable again.
Okay, that's a lot of money.
Charlie, I think it's a new business idea. What do you think? Yeah, that's true.
But if you don't own the lands, how do you?
No, you're only going to do reclamation.
So you're thinking The actual work is not going to cost 225,000.
Well, I think so. It's construction, once you look at the quantities and all,
Yeah.
usually, I mean, you don't use all the materials.
But you think they don't have people doing it already?
No,
but it's still an
but
open,
there's still more
an open market.
Galamse Ghana or Hinina until your problem. Ekohana there for bulldozers, payloaders.
So that's a job opportunity right there. If you've got the tools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go put together a company.
But are they calling for people?
Or shall about news?
Okay.
Sometimes it come newspapers na the mazia. Okay, so we have so we have a government delegation led by UKGCC meeting London Stock Exchange, and you can see a picture there of Yao Safumafu, and then who is a senior minister and other members. So I can see the real minister,
Jogate.
Yeah, and then I can see the head of GIPC, Yofi Grant, and other officials at the London
Are they
Stock
whining?
Exchange.
No,
they're just overlooking. I think they have a way when you go to various stock exchanges around the world. You look at the birds or the floor.
Okay.
And then we have economic data reporting needs enhancement according to the Bank of Ghana. And then on the back page, direct savings and loans launched. And then we have AGI construction sector launched. We're here.
Okay, that's it for the hardcore newspapers that we have. We're going to go online and we will start from home, obviously myjoyonline.com, but we've got some of your messages. So Sami is in Accra, the Accra Training College. Sami says, I'm a level 300 teacher trainee. The question I wish to ask the president is about the promise he made to all trainees about bringing back the allowance in full in 3 months. What happened to
when
that?
Did he? Is it in a manifesto? He didn't put that in paper, did he?
Sending that.
Please tell Sammy.
Oh, yes, somebody is asking the money box.
Please tell Sammy that some of the things.
Roland, are you the president?
No, but the president didn't say that.
Please, his question was to the president. If you are not, then you have no rights.
The president didn't say that.
Kindly ask the president what he and his numerous agricultural ministers are doing to curtail the fall army worm menace. If care is not taken, 83 farming may repeat. Oscar in Pandai. I'm not sure we're close to that. The money box, how far? Well, Roland didn't show up yesterday, and so I think I forgot the box today.
Where's the box?
The box is sitting outside, so you know we can get it onto the show. Al Hassan in Wa says, Mamavi, tell someone to ask the president when he intends paying the rest of the teachers whose arrears haven't been paid yet to avert frequent strikes and agitations. Okay.
And talking about teachers, good morning to you, Rebecca Sapak. You're also owed by government. You haven't been paid in a while. You only pay 3 months. We're waiting for that money. We'll go for lunch. So, Rebecca, good morning to you, Becky. You are in Achim
I think it's
Swedru.
not fair that you've been soliciting for monies on the show. Answer this. Mama Viz Roland from the Volta region, Justice Jomaku from...
Vota
Roland is strange. I think he's one of the... he's really Vota. Like, I don't know. Justice Jomaku from Ho, your question duly answered, I guess.
Please tell him that this week I'll be at home. Why is he in home?
Masa. When Roland asks for details, please don't give. Kletus in Jikpai says, please tell the news editor to do the over 27 million Ghanaians a favor by asking the president questions of realities. 1. Failed army worm fights after spending about 13 million Ghana cedis. What next, Mr. President? Question number 2. Mr. President, there's too much of lawlessness in the country. Please, Mr. President, do you sleep over this? Number 3, he just says, so on. Mr. Kletus Chikwa, I got your message. Thank you very much. I didn't get an invitation to be there, but we know that there are a lot more editors and journalists who are going to show up there. So hopefully they ask your question. Musa in Tamale says, oh, big ups. So good morning to you and thank you for watching. This one says, I love it. If Roland will use the local language on the show, like from Tadi. No, this is Ike from Tadi.
Brother, Pacho minyona brother.
No, but what it means is
Secunde.
you have to speak Fanti, you have to speak Ewe, you have to speak
Gan.
Nzema, you have to speak Gan, you have to speak Hausa.
Yeah, you call me. Yeah, you call me. Duba.
All right, we've got more messages. Please ask the president. Okay. Please ask the president when they're going to pay service providers from Shadrach Etsibie Hospital in Kwewu. And we'll come back to the messages. Let's quickly go online. We'll start from majoonline.com.
So we have a couple of stories about Mamavi's uncle is a judge. Apparently, your uncle is among the judges who are threatening to strike Mamavi.
I love Justice Doche, by the way.
Justice.
I think he's an incredible man.
Justice Doche.
Yes. Yes.
Sure.
When I met
but
him,
he's with the Supreme Court, right?
Yeah, for the very first time, he was really nice. Like I didn't expect that. I didn't expect him to be, and he's so normal and so nice. Yeah, he's so nice. Anyway, go on.
How nice. Judges threaten strike over unpaid allowances, and apparently, Mamavi were told 500 members of the Association of Magistrates and Judges, they are threatening to embark on a nationwide strike of unpaid allowances. Oh, you're strange.
Since December 20. Okay, so is it 6 or 7 months arrears or something like that?
All right. So we have regional minister blames NDC for stoking Kotokraba market protests. Cape Coast regional minister has welcomed the decision of some assembly members and traders of the Kotokraba market to proceed to court over what they describe as unfair stall distribution. And he's attributed that to some NDC executives in the region or in the metropolis who are stoking this fire.
But have they influenced the assembly members?
But I think too that it would be unfair if some genuinely deserve to be given those stalls and now have been taken off the list.
Yeah.
I think so too. I think so too. Kwame Nadankan, that's the man there.
The Central Regional Minister.
Yep. Next. Good morning to you though, Kwame Nadankan.
Is the demonstration? The demonstration is today.
Yeah.
We'll touch base with
Richard Kojako. Now is it?
What is that?
Mr.
Move on.
Natural resources must not define national development, according to Bagbin. And then we have next story to look at. It says, stop farmers from using Omo concussions to fight fall armyworms. When I hear this, it's a lecturer. The Department of Greg of the University of Ghana has urged the Agricultural Ministry to, why do we use this? As a matter of urgency.
Yeah.
Stop farmers from using self-made concussions to fight. I used to use that a lot when I was working with GBC. I don't know, as a matter of urgency.
As if it helps speeds up anything.
Look, I had a British, I used to work with someone, I used to be a fixer, and some of them, those who were the British media correspondents, when they came to Ghana and they read our newspapers. That's why I stopped using as a matter of urgency.
But this is not Britain, you know.
And then, for example, they say in view of the fact that. What is that?
This is not Britain. You should have just told them this is not Britain.
In view of the fact. Anyway, so can satellite make science popular in Ghana? No.
You know that these guys from the All Nations University.
All Nations University. It's based in the Eastern Regional Capital, Koforidua.
And the BBC did, is it Click? They've got something, a program, and they zeroed in on them.
It should be Click.
I felt so proud. I felt so proud because they were talking about Ghana, the fact that we've launched a satellite. You know, yeah.
I launched.
And they talked about it's a school in the Eastern region.
Wow.
And yeah, that's good.
Bring it on, man.
Oh, so in our series of letters from African journalists, veteran Ghanaian journalist Elizabeth Ohene ponders whether Ghana's new satellite will change attitudes towards science.
What was your attitude towards science when you were in school?
Oh no, I didn't. I loved biology. You know, initially I was a science student when I went to Zico.
Fantastic.
Yeah, because my father wanted me to do it. He wanted me to do engineering, probably follow through his, but science wasn't my thing.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't like the physics.
You just were not getting the maths.
Hard.
You're just not getting the maths.
I didn't like the physics. I didn't like the chemistry, but I loved the biology.
Yeah.
But eventually I had to change myself without letting him know.
So you went to do what?
I went to do arts.
I see.
But there was no space for me in the arts class. So I would sit in the science class and go and do the elective subjects. And but do the call in the science class.
Oh,
It was strange and weird.
this is beautiful.
Yeah, but
I love your experiences in school, though. So at least you have science classmates and arts classmates.
yes, yeah,
That's
I think that's a special thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. I haven't really thought about
Yeah, because
that.
in my year group or my decade group, and you know, I went to Bishop Herman. So in my decade group, I have the science guys. They always move together.
Yeah.
And you know, they are the engineers, the doctors. So
They are
you
the
see that.
big men.
So when we're doing contributions, they give. What's that? You have to. What do they call it?
Does that?
Pledge. They
make
pledge big.
And then you and the others.
Well, I try to remain in the middle. You know, arts people were always in the middle. But sometimes I try to rap shit, but I don't even tune.
Oh my God. Yeah, but I did that for a while. And then when they moved to the next class,
Then
I got space.
That was
so
the next term.
Yeah.
Or the next year.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Adoku 4 cautions against hasty implementation of free SHS. Kajiko.
Are we pulling the brakes? Are we
The former
halting?
defense minister and leading MPP member is urging caution in the implementation of government's free senior high school policy in order to found it on a sound footing.
All right, let's move on. 3 convicts attack another in nasty cuts brawl as officer fires warning shots. So, you know, look like, this one too was like a movie. So,
Wow.
you know, they're all alleged robbers, right? And on trial. And then they said the other person, like one of them had gone to review something. You get it? So they decided to confront the person. So some are on remand. I think 2 of them are on remand. The others are into prison custody. Something like that. But all from Nsawam. They decided to do a showdown.
Wow.
But
and this happened in the court?
Yeah.
Or outside the court?
A court in Tema. I think it was outside there. Okay, well, I'm not sure.
But if I know
You
the
have to read
court
the
in
story.
Tema is it's a shed, I don't know whether it's changed. I don't know.
Is
All
it
right.
shed, eh?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Court in Tema.
Well, but you know the situation was under control. Nobody got hurt in the process.
I may be wrong though, but I think.
Okay, let's see what other stories we have on my jawline. Oh, it's a report. Road accidents claim 152 lives in Ashanti region. 152 people have been killed in road accidents in the Ashanti region in the first half of this year. That's scary.
It's a swamp.
152, they
Well,
say.
we go up. We have Speaker cautions Akufo-Addo over Office of Special Prosecutor. Yeah.
We will click on this story and share.
Mama V, now I'm getting scared. People are warning.
So
I thought we were doing 6 months of the administration.
I think one of the questions then after listening to the speaker, you know, share what he had on his mind was because you know they said there was, in fact, they're still consulting Abby, but I thought the speaker would be one of the earliest people that we will probably would have consulted exactly.
Okay. Right.
I don't know if what he shared has already been shared or this is the first time that he's sharing, but it's a good thing that the speaker is speaking on this subject. Yeah.
All right. Well,
it's just opening up maybe a bit of some of the messages that you've been sending to us, and I don't know how this turned out, but we're being made to carry the questions to Mr. President and to people who will be there to ask the questions. So, Charlie, if you're a journalist and you go and do Yawa today and you go and ask a question
but
that
you know,
the people are not happy about.
I was contributing to a program on this subject yesterday, and I said that over the years, my experiences have shown that us and our colleagues, when we get to such events, we see the atmosphere. I think sometimes we're awed by, you know, we don't. I experience.
So write your question down.
Oh no.
Listen, you can't be batsman.
No, not even about the questions.
Yeah.
It's about how biting the questions are.
No,
because
so
it's
write
not like
it down.
It's not like the way you be on air and you're asking. I keep wondering why we do that.
No, so you have to prepare. You have to prepare. You have to consult, and you have to write your question down. You're not a superhero to go and look at the face of the president. Why you think that you may not forget to ask what you want to ask? You may, likely, because Charlie, that's the president of the land, Massa. Okay, here's a message. Oh, look at Benedict sacking us for real.
All right, it's 7 o'clock.
Like we can decide that Benedict, no sports, go and sleep. Okay, one last message, and then Benedict will come up. Is it 7 already?
Yeah, it's 7.
Oh. Okay, this one says, please, Mr. President, when are we going to stop hearing and start seeing action? Ernest in Kumasi. Ernest also says, tell the KMA boss and Kumasi leaders to fix potholes, traffic light, street lights, indiscipline, etc. I'm getting frustrated. Ernest in Kumasi, don't be frustrated, darling. It is Ghana, and I'll buy and share it.